about swimming, gymnastics, and track and field, but did you know the Olympics once featured some seriously unusual sports? From tug-of-war to live pigeon shooting, these are the top 10 Olympic sports you didn't know existed. Starting off our list at number 10, we have Tug-of-War. Yes, you heard that right. From 1900 to 1920, Tug-of-War was a legitimate Olympic event. Teams of 8 would battle it out, pulling a heavy rope to drag their opponents across a line. The sport saw some intense competition, with nations like Great Britain and Sweden dominating the event. Sadly, it was discontinued after 1920, but it remains a favorite in school sports days around the world. At number 9, we have a sport that's as bizarre as it is controversial, live pigeon shooting. Introduced in the 1900 Paris Olympics, this was the only time live animals were used in an Olympic shooting event. The goal? To shoot as many pigeons as possible, with competitors bagging hundreds in a single round. The sport was quickly dropped due to its inhumane nature, but it remains a strange footnote in Olympic history. Next up at number 8 is a sport that seems like an oxymoron, solo synchronized swimming. Featured in the Olympics from 1984 to 1992, this sport involved a single swimmer performing a routine to music. The synchronized part referred to the swimmer's ability to match their movements with the rhythm of the music. While it sounds a bit odd, it was actually quite mesmerizing to watch. Unfortunately, it didn't make the cut after 1992, with duets and team events taking center stage. At number 7, we have a sport that might make you think of a leisurely Sunday afternoon, croquet. Croquet is a variation of croquet and was only featured in the 1904 St. Louis Olympics. The game involved hitting balls through wickets with a mallet, but unlike croquet was played on a hard, smooth surface. It didn't gain much popularity, and after its single Olympic appearance, it faded into obscurity. Coming in at number 6 is plunge for distance. This aquatic oddity was featured in the 1904 Olympics and involved competitors diving into a pool and gliding underwater as far as they could without using any strokes. They had 60 seconds or until they surfaced to cover the distance. It might sound simple, but it required a lot of skill and technique. The event was never seen again after 1904, leaving it as one of the shortest-lived Olympic sports. At number 5, we have dueling pistols. Now, before you think the Olympics turned into the Wild West, these duels were actually quite civilized. In the 1906 intercalated games in Athens, competitors used wax bullets to shoot at mannequins dressed in frock coats from a distance of 20 to 30 meters. This sport was meant to simulate the skills needed in a real duel, but it never became a staple in the Olympics. The event was discontinued after 1906, making it a true rarity. Number 4 on our list is obstacle swimming, which took place in the 1900 Paris Olympics. This event was like an aquatic obstacle course, where swimmers had to climb over poles, navigate under boats, and even swim through floating debris. It was a real test of both swimming skill and agility. While it was an exciting and challenging event, obstacle swimming didn't return after 1900, making it a one-time wonder. At number 3, we're stepping out of the sports arena and into the world of architecture with town planning. Believe it or not, from 1928 to 1948, town planning was an official Olympic competition. Architects and urban planners submitted designs for entire city layouts, competing for gold in this unique event. The competition was part of a broader arts category, which also included music, literature, and painting. Eventually, these arts competitions were phased out in favor of more athletic pursuits. At number 2, we have a sport that combines gymnastics with a bit of flair, club swinging. Featured in the 1904 and 1932 Olympics, this event involved athletes swinging heavy clubs in intricate patterns around their bodies. It required strength, coordination, and rhythm, and was often performed to music. Despite its artistic appeal, club swinging didn't last long in the Olympic lineup, but it still lives on in some gymnastics routines today. And finally, at number 1, we have one of the most unusual Olympic sports ever, pistol dueling. But wait, didn't we already talk about dueling pistols? Yes, but this version, featured in the 1908 Olympics, was even stranger. Competitors would stand back to back, take a few paces, and then turn to fire at a dummy dressed in a frock coat. Points were awarded based on accuracy, and the event was surprisingly popular at the time. However, like many other oddball events, it was soon discontinued, leaving behind a legacy of Olympic eccentricity. And there you have it, folks, the top 10 Olympic sports you didn't know existed. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more